If you are a stressed out business leader, always constantly feeling the lack of time, this is for you. You have probably heard it so many times. We all have the same amount of hours. We have 24 hours a day, each and one of us, whatever we do. Or it's easier to count it per week, and we have 168 hours per week. All of us, no matter what we do, we all have it. It's very equal. And it's about prioritizing your time. You say that you have a work and you can't really, the time is not in your position. You can't rule it yourself. Somebody else is doing it. And I completely understand you, because I have been there myself. When I was working in the health clinic, somebody else had control of my time book. There was always too much, always. And I was sitting behind each and every day because of my patients. And I am sure that when you sit behind, you do it because of your clients or your work group. If you're a business leader, you have a work group and they have needs, and you feel that you have to take care of them. But in the end, it's your own responsibility to do something about it if it gets out of hand. It is your personal responsibility to take care of your time, because when you do overwork all the time, then you steal the time from your family, or you could even say you steal it from yourself. I know it's not an easy decision to do. I quit my job in the end, and that might not be the alternative for you. You can maybe do changes. You have to talk to your boss. You have to see if you can structure other things. And what do we need time for? I've written down some numbers that I would like to talk to you about it. If we have 168 hours per week, we sleep 8 hours per night, that's 56 hours. And I know some of you might not sleep 8 hours, but in a way you should. That's the normal, perfect time to sleep. And left from the 168 is 112 hours. Then you have the work week, and that's usually 40 hours a week in most countries. It might differ a little, doesn't really matter. And then you have 72 hours left in your week. And then you have commuting. And some of you have 1 hour each end of the weekdays, and that is 10 hours. So now we're down to 62 hours left. You have to eat, and I did count 3 times a day, 7 hours, 7 times a week, and that makes 21 hours, down to 41. And then you have some self-care in the morning and in the evening, and I did put up 10 hours. Might differ for you, and you're down to 31. And then you have like childcare or other things that you have to do, depending on if you have children or what age they are, or if you have other relatives that you have to take care of, or whatever. And when you've done that, there's probably 0 hours left, because we tend to use the hours we have, even if we could do things, because most of us just do things. We don't reflect. We just do it. So what can you do? You can take a piece of paper and you can write a list, just like I did right now, and count on what your numbers are, because they might differ. So it's, for you it's your numbers, for me it's my numbers. So you have to take your numbers, otherwise it's not going to help you. And when you have written that down, then you can see it, secondly, what is left. How many hours are left, and what would I want it to be? And then in the end you sit down and look at this and say, what can I do differently? So you have to ask these questions. You have to get control of your time. You have to see what you have. Like I said, most people don't reflect. Time just passes by. You don't have control of it. You don't even try to have control of it. It just flows, right? And we can never get it back. Time that is gone forever. So take a piece of paper, write down how your numbers, what your numbers are, see what's left and what you would have wanted to have left, and then as the third thing, what can you do different? Is there anything you can do right now? Then go and do it. If you like this, you can get more free tips in the link below or above this video. And if you have friends that you think would need some tips, especially this one on the time, then feel free to share this video with them. Thank you.